Okay. Uh, there's a chance tonight is going to have a lot of technical issues. I'm not using the Spectrum emulator I would like to be using, but the Spectrum emulator I'd like to be using, for some reason, OBS refuses to capture it. So I'm having to use the VectorArch one, which has some issues and because of the keyboard mapping being all over the shop. So hopefully I'll be able to play most of the things we've got running tonight, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. So it's going to be spooky games tonight. Uh, I've looked out some classics, a couple I've not played before, but all of a spooky, scary Halloween kind of feel. And we're starting with a classic, Ant Attack. At least we will be once this goes. Now, hopefully, okay, that's a grenade. Okay, that's jump and jump. Right, okay, that's fire. That's change viewpoint. That's what forward. Okay, I've got the controls. Tank controls. Back in the day before we called them tank controls. Oh, okay, we've already hit a slight issue here. No, that's not what I want. Okay. Unfortunately, this does not map to a joystick. Ah, the whole point of this game was find your girlfriend or boyfriend. And yeah, I managed to throw a grenade at him. Right, okay, hold on. This does not have joystick controls, does it? No. Right, it also doesn't help that because of the weird way controls are set up. Oh no, I can't. No, that. Okay, no, that does. It's doing it the way I thought. Right. No, 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 no. This way. And lead them out. And of course, the first level is very, very, very simple. And it gets more and more complicated. See, yeah, I'm having to use M and Control to rotate. C for jump, V for forward. And already my hand is aching a bit when I'm using a joypad. It's not really an issue, at least not for a few hours, but the other thing with this was you had the different viewpoints. So sometimes you had to look around and figure out where things were. How many grenades do I have? 20. Oh, come on. Okay, forward. Luckily, Dance can't get on any of these surfaces. Yes, this was one of the very earliest isometric games with an isometric view. Yes, I've been having a slight problem with VectorArch in that some of the menu, there's some controls mapped to the keyboard, which is fine if you're emulating consoles. But if you're emulating a computer with a full keyboard, sometimes some of the controls don't work, or they're not where you would expect them to be. And I'm trying to remember where the boy is on the second level. It has been well over 30 years since I last played this, so I'm going to change the viewpoint slightly. Just in case boy is hidden. I can't see him. Center of the view. No. QQ. Gonna have to use grenade again. Oh, hi Justin. This is a very old classic Spectrum game called Ant Attack, and the whole point was to get through the 3D city and save a girl or boy who's hidden somewhere and lead them back to the entrance. I haven't played it in about 35 years, and I can't remember where the second boy is. So I'm kind of wandering around aimlessly. And it doesn't help that the controls are not exactly intuitive. It's kind of tank controls, but with a weird keyboard layout. Okay, let's try spinning the camera again and centering it. No, this way. Rotate, please. You would. Oh, no. There we go. So yeah, my memory of the locations for the rescues has completely faded since last time I played this. The first one's dead easy. It's right inside the walls of the city. Yeah, yeah. Back in the day, this was, just like nothing else. I think this was the first isometric game I ever played. The Spectrum did get quite a few of those over the years, and I will be having a go at one of the others a bit later on. But I actually originally got this on a big compilation tape they released along with Band-Aid back in the mid. Ah, there he is. There he is. Right, jump up there because the ants can't climb things. Get back to the W viewpoint. Right, so I think I need to go this way, but I do have some grenades. I've just got to be careful I don't throw them at the boy. Okay, we've got a couple of them. Let's go. And head off this way. So yeah, this was like a very early example of an escort mission. And jump. It's level 2 done. So far so good. On your feet once more. Time for a coffee break. Or no time for a coffee break even. And there was a sequel to this called Zombie Zombie, which is very similar concept. Except they also added the ability to pick up and move bits of the landscape. It came out I think a year or two after. Aha! Now this time I found him right away. Let's see if we can get rid of a couple of these. No, need to throw that a bit further. Also, you had about 5 different buttons for throwing the grenades, and they actually all threw the grenades different distances. Come on, boy, why aren't you following me? There we go. Whoop. Okay, and back this way. So it's easy to remember the square circles here right in front of the gate. And that's the third one done. I think the scan just tells you if there's ants nearby, if I remember properly, but I don't actually remember how it determines whether to be green or red. I don't remember ever actually paying much attention to it back in the day. I don't know if it's just telling you there's maybe ants in the direction you're facing. But yeah, on a Spectrum these controls wouldn't be so bad, but because I'm on a PC, the buttons for rotate left and rotate right are about 6 inches away from each other. Nope, back we'll go, back we'll go. I'm gonna just try and jump up here. And I keep going under it instead of over it. And the problem is it being a proper 3D game, you sometimes end up underneath things and no idea what way you're facing. And I just blew myself up. And yeah, there's not like an actual lives count or anything from what I remember. Again, it's been so long because it would have been about 1984, 85 I was playing this originally. And the programmer of this, Sandy White, went on to make a couple of interesting games after this. They made the sequel Zombie Zombie. He also made a game called Eye of the Mask, which was a strange running through 3D corridors and building a robot sort of thing. And then he was doing something for the Commodore Amiga, but that never came out, sadly. And like a lot of coders back in the day of Spectrum games, just kind of faded away after the Spectrum years. It was, one of the advantages of the Spectrum was it was relatively easy to learn how to program on it. So you had hundreds of bedroom coders just making all sorts of things for it. And the amount of excellent games on it back in the day is doubly impressive for the fact the Spectrum was never ever designed as a games machine. I mean, back in the day, the 48K, these beepy noises were all you could actually get. It didn't actually have a proper sound chip. But later they progressed to the Spectrum 128 that had the AY38192 chip, same as the Game Boy. So you started getting some really good tunes then. But the Spectrum also had some weird idiosyncrasies. This game doesn't have the main one, which was Color Clash, because this game's mainly monochrome. But the Spectrum had technically high resolution graphics, but the color was not high resolution. So in each 8x8 square you can only have two colors, which leads to some interesting looking games, because to avoid things changing color whenever they moved about, they either made games just monochrome like this, or you had really big chunky graphics that moved 8 squares at a time. Right, I'm going to get up here and try rotating the view a bit. So yeah, there are 4 buttons to rotate the view. Whoops. Rotate the view in different ways. And I found 3 of them. I can't remember what the other one was. Oh, thanks, Justin. Great to see you. This will be archived on my YouTube channel and everything, so anything I'm playing you can easily pop in and have a look at later. Okay, I'm back at the start. Actually, I seem to remember. No. And Eaten Alive. And yeah, I think it kind of just goes and then I have a feeling I know where the guy might be. There is a very sneaky place where they hide things. And if you can't see it on one view, they start hiding the people you have to rescue in weird positions. Yes, I was right. He's up there. So switch the viewpoint to there. And then sneak through this little gap. try and get this one ant down here. I'll paralyze them at least, but I would like to actually blow them up. That'd be better. Okay, let's try going one further down. I've got a couple of them. Come on, boy. Here we go. Just get out the gate. And there we go again. Ooh. Right, I'll try one more rescue, but just because of the weird way the controls are set out, I'm going to have a break from this one because it's really starting to hurt my hands. Now again, back in the day, I'm vaguely remembering, I'm sure at some point oh, off we go. Yeah, I'm sure they hide them on the top of there at one point. Yeah, as I mentioned, this was on a big 10-game compilation called Soft Aid, which was related to the whole Band-Aid project in the mid-80s. So you got 10 games for the price of one. And they're all titles that had maybe been out a couple of years, but for this, no, I probably can't remember every single one that was on there, but there was the kind of flying platformer. Oh, there we go, copyright Sandy White. Flying platformer called the Tony Wolf. I remember one of them being Real-Time Software's excellent 3D Tank Duel, which out of the 4 or 5 different Battlezone clones on the Spectrum was definitely the best of them. I'm trying to remember what the others were, but really the main draws were this and 3D Tank Duel. These were both excellent. And Real-Time did have had a good job of doing games inspired by certain arcade games. They did have had a good Star Wars. Come on, grenade. Grenade. Up and blew myself up with a grenade. Right, I will leave that one for now. If I can remember what button exits. There we go. Right, I will have a quick drink and then fire up one of the other games I've got here. Okay, to show a little of how isometric games improved over the years, couple of years after a year or two after Ant Attack, this cracker came out. I'll just wait and check that the capture is going to detect it. Yes, there we go. An ultimate play the game classic, better known these days as Rare. Now it should be Kempston, and directional control is actually what I want now because I'm more used to it these days. It used to be tank controls all the way back in the day, but Yeah, this was late 1984, so. And yes, the entire game does slow down. Oh, yeah, this is actually working out quite difficult, eh? Okay, I'll maybe try one of the other rooms, might be easier. And the reason why this is, well, it's a scary game set in a castle, but there's also, this happens. You're a werewolf. And the whole point of the game is to travel through the castle, pick up certain ingredients and drop them in the cauldron in the centre of the castle to solve your lycanthropy. Yeah, can't get past there. But that'll be a case of if I've managed to find one of the ingredients, I can hopefully drop it and stand on top of it and get over that. Oh, there we go. Now, hopefully this button works. Yep. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I've got to remember it's B to jump on this, not A. No, are we going to make that? Yeah, there we go. When you move, I think, if I remember rightly, you jump slightly further as the werewolf. Just an example, if I go here, and now I can get over there. Oh no, here's a, yeah, classic. Having to get the timing right so you don't hit the guard and you can get over the under the portcullis. So there were a few of these games back in the day. The follow-up was called Alienate, in which you were a robot. Ah, and there you go, there's the cauldron, but I don't have, because you used the ingredient to get over the wall, I don't have the ingredient to put in it. Okay, now I think I want to wait till I get to be the werewolf here. No, not quite. Okay, I'll try a different way, I think. The other thing back in the day, no save states or anything here. You basically just get going until you... Ah, now here we go. Nope, not quite far enough. We'll give that another go. Let's try this way first. You just go down, and there we go. Ooh, right. Oh no, I can. Right. The other thing here is with this game, you can't spin the camera around. So occasionally having to slightly guess what you're doing. Okay, got the poison. And I stupidly ran right into the spikes. Past we go. And typically just as we're about to run forward, to get onto this. Well, actually, no, I think you can get onto them if you go into the squares in the corner, but easiest way is to mess it up like that. And there we go. Problem is I need that ball to be to the other side. No. Yeah, there's about, I think, about 120 to 150 rooms in the castle altogether. So it is a big, big game, and I never completed it back in the day. Let's see what else we have here. Oh yeah, that's been a long time since I played this one as well. Werewolves of London. Not related to the song at all in any way. Honest, it isn't really. Okay, I've picked up something. Okay, I can go up on the rooftops here. It's daytime now, so again, pretty advanced for back in the day. We've got a day-night cycle and a wheel of transformation. And I hurt myself falling off a roof. And I almost lost myself there because I was behind a wall. I have absolutely no idea what it is that I've picked up there. Okay, does that mean that guy's a priest and he can kill me? Possibly. That's all I could assume the big flashing cross maybe means. Oh, there's something here. Oh, I've got a health kit. How do you use it? I think that dropped it. Yeah, that dropped it. And now I can't pick up again. Yes, I honestly can't remember what your objective in this game was. Oh, I'm a werewolf now. Right. Can I go and chomp on people? Okay, I can go and kill people now at least. Not exactly the most menacing werewolf I've ever seen, but you'll do. No, that was an object. Can I pick that up? Doesn't look like it. Oh. Kill him. Yeah. There's 2 victims. To be honest, this really does reflect how I played the game back in the day. Because there was just lots of aimless wandering about. Come back here, you. Okay, I got a new sound effect there, so I'm wondering, do I have to kill a certain amount of priests? It might be that, because each time I kill one, I'm getting another cross in the bottom. So that might be what I have to do here. Is that an exit? No. So yes, before the 128K came out, this is kind of how a lot of Spectrum games sounded. It's a clicky clicky tap tap. But oh, when the 128 came out, some of the tunes we got were top notch. Wasn't quite as good as Commodore 64 sound chip, which I'm still a massive, massive fan of. There's nothing quite like a Commodore 64 SID chip going on full blast. I see, I think that's something I can pick up, hopefully. Oh, it's just scenery, and I've just gone around in a circle. See, I'm immediately wondering. I mean, obviously there's there's the day-night cycle. I'm wondering exactly what you're meant to do during the day, because all it seems to actually be is just bumping into people. I don't even know if I'm actually attacking them when I do that. Well, back in the streets. Back in the streets. Oh, Streets. That is reminding me of a fun game. Which was also mind of when someone mentioned they never made a video game of the Death Wish series of movies, and I'm like, well, funny you say that, because there was a game on the Spectrum. Oh yeah, One the Underground, and it was quite a lot of fun. Of course, a lot of us just spent mucking about in, grannies with rocket launchers and things. Hold on. Alright, son, you're nicked. You might be a werewolf, but we're still going to shove you in a cell. Okay, and let me out as soon as it's daylight and I'm not a werewolf anymore. Okay, that's different. No, it doesn't appear to be anything I can actually pick up. So I need to go on the rooftops again. And that just puts me right down and kills me. I have a feeling this is where I originally started off. But I can at least get back out into the streets. Can't go in there. Okay. Turning into a werewolf would be really nice now, please. Because I think this is one of the people I need to get. Because what I seemed to get a flashing cross when she originally appeared. Okay, she wasn't. You can think it was like, almost like the bit more equivalent to Assassin's Creed, sneaking up, trying to sneak up and follow someone. And I got nicked again. Can try hitting some buttons here. Oh no, I turned back into a bloke, so they'll let me out again. And again, I need to go back in here and back out in the street. Okay, don't know what that is. Can I go this way? Back on the underground. So you see these about, and my immediate thought is, can we not go in them and use I thought it was maybe like manhole covers or sewer covers, but nope, no idea. Evening, Scott. No, although funnily enough, I did mention a game a few minutes ago. This is Werewolves of London, a game which seems to have you just aimlessly wandering around London by day, but then at night you become a werewolf and you can kill people. And I think I'm meant to be killing priests. Okay, it won't let me out of the turnstile now. Okay, I'm a werewolf and I can't get past the turnstile. Okay. Just checking in case there's any other buttons to hit here. But yeah, all the kind of slightly aimless wandering about the streets did make me think of the Death Wish game. Go on, you. Okay, I can pick up a med pack and I can put it down. I don't actually know how to use the med pack. And there's police. Now, can I get out of the past the turnstile now? Okay, I need to find out if there's another button that does things. Okay, itch seems to pause the game. Okay, A can drop and pick up stuff, but oh, and a werewolf again. Oh, I am dead for some reason. Yeah. The only problem is I don't have manuals for a lot of these. If the controls are a bit weird, it can stump me a bit. I spent a good couple of minutes figuring out what button did what in ant attack, but I did quite well at that considering that I hadn't played it in about 35 years. Now, what else did I have found? Now, this game, I will warn you in advance, this has lots of. This has very annoying constant music. Select the joystick, Kempston. Zero return. Define the playing keys. Let's just check. Okay. Okay, just 5 the buttons, so yeah, there's no other controls other than the main ones. Let's try that again, because it didn't seem to... Kempston joystick. Okay, this is proving to be a bit problematic. Select the joystick. God, I Legacy of Kain, yeah, I hardly ever played the first one, but it was quite fun. But I haven't played that in about would be 22 years by this point. I played a lot of the sequel, Soul Reaver, because it came out about not too long after Tomb Raider and basically controlled a lot better than Tomb Raider did. Right, let's see. Are we gonna be able to do anything this time? Okay, I'm having to use keyboard, but we're out there. Because kind of my idea for the next few streams is I'm kind of going through the generations. So Friday, I'm going to try and look out some Amiga spooky games. And then the couple after that will probably be Super Nintendo, Mega Drive stuff. And then maybe PlayStation 1 stuff. Well, I think it'll probably be one of the ones. I've been killed. Oh, well, that went well. Yeah, I don't think I can stand that music much longer, so we'll give up on that one for now. Uh, yeah, Legacy of Kain. Yeah, because I mean, the obvious thing is everyone's done all the Resident Evils, and most of the survival horror stuff. So yeah, Legacy of Kain would be more the sort of thing I would look into, and I haven't played that in a long, long time. And actually, I've I probably got one, maybe two versions that would look and run better than the PlayStation one, because I should be able to get the Dreamcast version up and running. And I'm trying to remember if it was ever released on PC. I will look into that. I'll look into that for next week. Right, okay, this one's going to be a laugh because I remember this one being a bit a bit tricky at the time. And well, it's maybe stretching spooky a bit, but it's adventure with dinosaurs. And again, I have not played this in about 35 years, so yes, confirm. When it's working. Okay, that's good. Yes, this was follow up to a great game called The Great Escape, which was not really based on the movie Honest Gov. Okay, that fires my gun. And this kind of expanded on that a lot. Okay, spacebar pings up this menu. Pick up and put in inventory. Yeah. I'm amazed I remember how the menu system in this works, because it's been a long time. Yeah, this was a very early kind of survival game. It was another game that had an awesome Bob Wakelin cover for it that was like straight out of a 50s B movie. Now remember, there's a bit more rope bridge where the fat bloke falls through it, but I can't remember if we can do something to avoid that. Is anyone else following? Okay, where's everyone else gone? Well, I guess we're gonna have to go back and find them. I honestly can't remember. I don't think I did. I kind of vaguely remember something about a pterodactyl egg at one point, but it's been, and am I stuck? No, I'm not stuck. Wait a minute. Come on. Let me move. Guys, don't make me shoot you to get you to move out of my way. Okay. Right, here we go. Nope. Guys, seriously, you turn this into a game of Fall Guys here. Go on, you. Around the ropes, around the ropes. Yeah, that's it, that's it. Well done. Well done. Good boy, good boy. I'm going to have to take control of him directly. Now the question is, can I take control of him directly? See, I was remembering keys 1 to 4. No, that brings up the menu. I don't need the menu. Look, you with a hat. Aye, the Jack Black looking fella. Come on. Come on, there we go. There we go. Come on, come on. Yeah, come on, come on. No, you almost made it. You almost made it. I'm just going ahead. Okay, I'm going to have to use some food soon. Oh! Use food. Use food. Come on. Yeah, well, I'm trying to use the food, but it's not sure it's letting me. No, instead I put the food down. Well done. Right, pick up that. Pick up that. Use. You know, the question is, can I switch to him and ask him to pick the stuff up? Yes, I can. Yes, well, there you go. There you go, fella. That'll make you feel a bit better, hopefully. Right, and off we go to where someone keeps chucking a big boulder down the hill. You've already had some provisions today. Sorry. Oh, and I just... And I just fell off a cliff because I wasn't paying attention. Okay, let's try that again with a little less falling down. Okay, right, it doesn't appear to be any way down there. Ah, here we go. So I cannot remember how a lot of them. Well, I'm sorry, but you're the only one left now, so you're gonna have to do all the work for a while. And I cannot for the life of me remember where anything is here in this game. Okay, that's a swamp, obviously. Ah, but the question is, can I go across the path? Oh, right, oh. Right, okay, I need to keep walking, because if I stop walking, I'll start sinking. And that doesn't actually lead anywhere, at least to a dead end. And that restarts the game, okay. Yeah, I did not get on very well at that. Right, what else did I bring out here? Ah, now hopefully the controls will work on this. It didn't under the other Spectrum emulator I was using. We had a little bit of technical difficulty because I've got two Spectrum emulators. One of them doesn't get recognized by OBS, which is great. This one mostly works, but sometimes no, that was the wrong button. But sometimes some of the keyboard controls are a bit wonky. Now hopefully this is going to come up. There we go. So it's Palace Software, a division of Palace Home Video, who released quite a few horror movies back in the day. Kempston and 4. This is probably not the best version of Cauldron. The Commodore 64 one would probably be a bit better to play, but it's kind of almost like Defender with a witch. And I know you had to find some things to put in the cauldrons, but I don't actually know or remember what. Well, maybe not one I do have here. Also, another guy who made a lot of good games for the Spectrum, Pete Cook. The Tau Ceti 1 and 2. Okay, right, I just realised something quite bad here. The fact that if I shoot stuff, shooting uses up magic. So I want to avoid things rather than shoot them. Get down on the ground. Here we go. No. Okay. Down the ground. And to the door. And I just pushed up and I died. How do I actually get through this door? I've got... Oh, wait a minute. I've got a green key. I bet... Yeah, I bet that's it. Right, okay. I bet it's a green door I need to find. Ah! Yeah, and that enemy just spawned right on top of me. Games were not very fair back in the day, in some cases. Yes, Cauldron... Now, I can't remember if it was for Cauldron 1 or Cauldron 2, but Palace Software, being a division of Palace Home Video released a little-known horror movie called The Evil Dead. And so they commissioned a computer game of it. And allegedly, due to a duplication error, they ended up with tapes that had one of the Cauldrons on one side and Evil Dead on the other. So they ended up just releasing it as kind of a double pack. You bought one of the Cauldrons and you get Evil Dead free, which, to be honest, was probably for the best because Evil Dead was not a very good game. And it was on the Commodore 64 released. Evil Dead was released separately as a proper full price game. So that's a red door. What's the button I needed to go? They really needed to go to the right. I'm hoping a green door shows up, and I don't mean the one Shakin' Stevens sang about back in the day. And I've also just remembered something else about Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. The Xbox Live Arcade game, although it came out on PC and stuff as well. Now, it's Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light, I think is the first one of those ones. Isometric action adventure twin stick shooter. But they actually released a couple of extra character packs for it, and one of them was Kain from Legacy of Kain and Vaziel from Soul Reaver, who you could play as. They even had new voice acting and everything. But the other one they released was for Kain and Lynch, which was funny because they had a very different take on the whole situation, and some of their language had to be beeped out. Yay, graveyard. You see, I think on the Commodore 64 this game may be actually scrolled, but depending on the programmer, scrolling on the Spectrum could be a bit shonky. I'm going to die again in a minute. Okay, that's a blue door. It's a green door I'm needing. At this point, I'm hoping the world loops is like a loop. It does go back, but I honestly cannot remember. Another notable thing, and actually I will give it a go right after this, is Cauldron 2 was a completely different style of game. It didn't have these flying bits at all. It was a pure platform game with some... Hey, a green door! And there you go, the old colour clash taking effect there. Well, that went well. That went very well. Oh, the jump is... Oh, the jump is... No. No, get back in there, witch. Ah, thy quest has failed, do not dismay. Thou may succeed another day. Shouts the pumpkin's deadly voom, and with thyself the golden voom. Thy score is 001220. You're rubbish. You'll never be a hero. Okay, we shall give Cauldron 2 a try now. Which did have the same witch on the cover, but Cauldron 2, the Pumpkin Strikes Back. I'm just going to have to move about a bit. I'm almost at the stage where I can sit upright again for long periods. It's taken a couple of months, but we've gotten there. Oh, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Kempston again. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, in this one you play the pumpkin. And an interesting way of moving about. You have to kind of stand on the spot to power up your jump a bit. And if you hit fire when you move it pushing left or you're pushing the direction you're moving in, at least you fire. Actually, looking at that, I think that might be something I want to pick up. Or maybe not. Maybe this axes. Okay, come on, can I get up there? No. Okay. Another thing is, again, like the other one, whenever you shoot your magic goes down, but even when you don't actually want, there's a lot of accidental firing when all you actually want to do is increase your jump height. And there is a game that controls very like this, small indie game called Pumpkin, I think, for the Pico 8 mini game system. It's actually quite fun. Now, why are you going that? I don't know why he was going right there because I was pushing left. Okay, get my jumps back up. off we go again. There we go, there we go. Oh. I appear to be back in Cauldron 1 now. Okay, the scissors appear to be something I do need. Keep firing, keep firing. No, the bats seem to kill me instantly. Okay. Get some speed up and back across here. And the water kills me instantly as well. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, almost, almost, almost. Not quite, not quite, not quite, not quite. Come on. Come on, off we go, off we go. No. Oh, yeah. I would like to move right, please. It's not letting me move right. Yeah, that didn't go too well. The Hasta Master Mega score. Why not press fire and try once more? Dare to face the witch again and try to end her evil reign. Let's score 14,950. Your gameplay sucked. It was really not very good at all. Oops. Okay, there was a couple more spooky games I found. I'll leave that one till last. This one I can't even remember if I ever played or not. The Astonishing Adventures of Mr. Weems and the She-Vampires. Okay, joystick. I hope it's going to be Kempston. Type in my initials. JD and press any key to start. Do I have ammo? No, okay. Okay, this reminds me a bit of Gauntlet. This actually reminds me a lot of Dandy, which was a game very much like Gauntlet, but it's complicated. Dandy actually came first. Atari kind of licensed it to make Gauntlet, but maybe didn't. And so while on the Spectrum and Commodore 64 and that, while I think it was US Gold got the rights to Gauntlet, a bunch of other publishers, I think it was Elite, was sneaky and licensed Dandy, and basically turned it into even more of a Gauntlet style game. course, I was all for it because I was a massive Gauntlet fan. So any game that was like Gauntlet, I was like, yeah, okay, give, give. Okay, I can destroy pots. That's useful. Oh, not yet. It's on my list to watch. Scott's asking me if I've watched High Score on Netflix. I have this annoying habit of kind of forgetting I have Netflix. Though saying that, I did watch classic 80s horror movie Life Force on it a couple of nights ago because I decided I was gonna look at the horror section on Netflix and watch the first movie that looked fun, and lo and behold, it was uh, happened to be Life Force, which I hadn't seen since it was shown on telly. I can't remember if it was part of Movie Dome or not. And also the version I saw back then, I don't know which cut it was, but the one on Netflix is the extended cut, and it's been nicely remastered and everything. And I forgot Patrick Stewart was in it. Yeah, I'm very behind on reviewing anime gaming just now because I've just had a past week and a half have just been really bad for my fatigue, especially just the past weekend. I didn't manage to get any proper gaming done until about 10 o'clock at night yesterday. I started a massive 4-hour Monster Hunter session. Monster Hunter being one of those games, even if I'm a bit knackered and tired, I can still find something to do in it that I can handle. But I've got a couple of new armor sets and yeah, it seems like a perfectly decent kind of dandy clone, but it's a bit difficult to see what's going on. The graphics are quite messy. Right, now let's see if I actually remember how to play this last one. This was kind of the last spooky one I had up, so I will. It says see to change control, but okay, I might have to use keyboard for this. Yeah, okay, cursor's working. Oh, now here we go. Amazingly, I can remember exactly how the cursor controls worked in the keyboard. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 0. So yes, this is Electric Dreams. This is the UK version of Aliens. And I'm trying to remember how you actually go through a door. Is it up when you're at the top? No. Okay, we wait. Oh no, there we go. Well, that did something. Okay, I changed the bishop. Okay, that's P is pause. Okay. M exits the game. This is going well. It's just this is kind of a first-person game, but it's okay. Spacebar goes through the doors, right? Okay, we're sorted. It's the cheat. It's it's a weird way of representing the first-person view, but well, back in the day, it's effective. Go over here. Okay, Mr. Ripley's dead. No, we don't want to be Gorman. Who wants to be Gorman? But yeah, the other thing was you had the six squad mates you could switch between. So you had Burke, Vasquez, Bishop Azai, Six, and Gorman will be H&G. Yeah, okay. Right, we're sorted now. We know what we're doing. Doesn't mean we'll necessarily be any good at it, but we know what we're doing. So this does appear to be just a corridor, unless there's, well, what would be a corridor. And again, the Commodore 64 version of this is probably better, just for this, because I think it has the kind of proper motion tracker kind of noises. But this was a 48K only game, so you just get the typical crunchy Spectrum beatbar effects. And yeah, we've come some way in Alien games over the years. Yeah, I got one. Okay, there's another one. Okay, that's two down. Okay, let's try Hicks. I mean, if you have not played it, and aren't overly paranoid, Alien Isolation is one. Oops, I didn't actually mean to do that. Alien Isolation is one hell of a game, but it does get you absolutely paranoid every single little sound. Oh come on! I shot her. I had the cursor on him. We'll choose you, but because we don't care what happens to you, because you're one that, you know. And Burke is already the best shot out of all of them. And he's dead as well now. But yeah, back in the day, this was pretty revolutionary for the fact you had the six characters and you could just switch between them at any time. So, yeah, the game actually remembered where everyone was. No, he's over there, he's over there. Okay, we've just got bishop left now. Can't go it that way because that's the entrance. And I'll be honest, I was never any good at this game back in the day. But yeah, there were two versions of Aliens released for home computers. There was this version, and there was an American version which was various kind of mini game sequences. A couple of which were okay, but overall people did seem to prefer this one. Because I think my favourite alien, and I've just gone right back to where I started. Well done, Gordon. Yeah, alien game wise, well, the one I probably played the most was the Konami arcade game that Aberdeen University Student Union had in the basement bar. Yes, this is a very good game, but I am absolutely rubbish at it. And yeah, Assisi Warriors and Queens, plural. So let's see, I've still got about half an hour to go before I'm going to think about stuff. So I will go back to the main Spectrum playlist now. If I can find where the mouse pointer is. Go back here and bring up a game Scott mentioned a little earlier that I hope has Kempston joystick controls, because I can't remember what the keyboard controls are for it. There we go. Well, it says press fire, so I'm assuming it's going to automatically detect the Kempston joystick when I press fire on the joypad. I hope. So this is Micronaut 1. Yeah, ooh. For default keys, what is break on this? Okay, I may have to exit and bring that back up because I don't actually know what button is break on the keyboard. Set up, place game, not full game, change the panel color, which is nice. Yeah, this was always a nice thing. You could actually change the colors to whatever you wanted them to be. So now I've just got to remember how to play this. Because back in the day, the Spectrum was actually rather good at vector graphics and some 3D stuff. As compared with the Commodore 64, depending on the game, got a bit flickery and chunky. Okay, I've got an eye there. When section 10 spinward and there's a door closing, I'll need to wait for it to open. Now, from what I remember, you're traveling through all these corridors and there's kind of caterpillar bug things that you have to take out using the electric prongs on the front of your ship. And there's also spikes that damage you, as I've just found out. And there was also a race mode. Is that something I'm supposed to pick up? Not sure. Ah, here we go. Here's something. Okay, that's one enemy down. At least I assume it was an enemy. So it has been. Yeah, this was the other thing. You couldn't actually turn around. You could only go down forward. Well, you could go backward, but you couldn't actually turn around and see what was actually behind you. So the eye was the warp point at the end that took you back to the start of the tunnel, I think. So it's just kind of trying to remember, having not played it in over 30 years. But you could get quite some speed up in this game. That's the bug thing I was looking for and talking about. Yeah, I just went over the spike. Yes, I know. But I think I've got the caterpillar thing. And I'm almost dead. Avoid the spike. No, avoid that spike. Ah. There's also, if you kind of banged into a wall too much, there was a bit of an auto. Whoop, there was a little bit of a kind of auto reset. And that way. But there's a lot of just weird, odd 3D games like this on the Spectrum. Another I remember was one called The Hive, where you were kind of traveling through circular tunnels into a giant insect hive. And that was by Taurus Productions, who did the excellent Spectrum conversion of Elite back in 1986. Actually, I'm wrong. You can't actually turn around. You hit down and you just flip over. That is useful to know. Yeah, I see you there, thing. Back that way. Did I get it? Is it still there? Okay, I seem to have run out of electro juice. Avoid spike? No, not quite. Almost. Actually, I'll have to check if I've got the hive. It was another game. This one I kind of figured out at the time, but the hive was one I didn't quite figure out. Okay, there's a web there. So I'm pretty sure I'm meant to destroy that somehow, but I don't actually know how at this point. Hello, Simon. I've been playing and many Spectrum games badly tonight. Saying that, I did better with anti-attack than I expected. I actually remembered a couple of the fiddly positions that hides the person you need to rescue in that. And I got through all the spooky games I'd put in. So Scott had mentioned Might We Not one a little earlier. I thought, oh, I haven't played this in so long. Ah, come on, there we go. I'm gonna get you. I see you there. I just need some energy. And there's a robot there as well. Yeah, I honestly can't remember how you actually die in this game. Well, I've got some energy. Come here, little robot dude. Come on, come here, you. Yeah, no, run out of energy again. Yeah, I'm not getting anywhere with this. So, exit. And have a quick drink because my throat's getting a little bit dry. Yes, you're exactly right. Forgot to unmute. Second time I've done that. And once again, I'm out of ammo and getting absolutely blooted. See, I'm sure picking up that should be ammo or something, but the thing there just beside the road, but I don't know if there's a different button I need to. I'm trying pressing buttons. Because I'm sure I remember also going inside a building and shooting out the window at some point, but can't remember how to do that. So I was saying, just so you did it on purpose so everyone could listen to the soundtrack. Yeah, somewhere on a backup, I did a remix of this music on would have been, I think, Fast Tracker would have been what I was using then. Again, the last time I did any serious working on music. You know, a while back, someone mentioned on Twitter that they were amazed they hadn't made a game from the Death Wish series, and I just brought up the cover to this and said, "Oh, are you sure about that?" Yeah, I'm sure there's stuff I'm missing on this, because I'm sure there was some way of getting more guns and more ammo. And like I said, I'm sure I also remember going inside a building and shooting out the window at targets, kind of Operation Wolf style. But it's lots of little touches I like the EMTs coming to take away the dead bodies, and the bulletproof vest in the corner. Right, I'm gonna play one more thing tonight. Is it lost focus? Oh, there we go. I will find one more thing. Let's see. Actually, the temptation is to end it with something really bad, which I've never actually played, which is the computer game of Friday the 13th. Now, the NES version has a bit of a reputation for it not being the best game, but it is at least amusingly bad. Excuse me, pardon me. I cannot remember how this one was. All I know is the magazines absolutely slated this at the time. Well, who's who? Jerry King, Amanda Baxter, Brian Rowe, or Bo, Stuart Palmer, and Wendy Watson. I don't think they're the names of anyone who's actually been in the movies. Okay. What 1986 this was. Thinking about what other games were out in 1986 for the Spectrum. Well, at least it recognises joystick. So I'm gonna. Is that doing anything? Okay, I've picked something up. The theme for the next few weeks is going to be kind of spooky Halloweeny games on various systems. I'm going to look up Amiga ones for Friday's stream, and then next Monday should be SNES and Mega Drive. and then Friday after, can do some PlayStation 1 stuff. Well, PlayStation 1 and Dreamcast, because as I said, Legacy of Kain, I know I've got the Dreamcast version I can get up and running, which is double the resolution and probably a higher frame rate than the PlayStation 1 version. Okay, the border did something. Okay, a camper's died, obviously. Much like Werewolves of London, this appears to be just wander about and randomly pick things up. And to be honest, considering the graphics, any one of these people could be Jason, and I probably wouldn't notice until it was too late. Yes, I'm saying, yeah, no Corey Feldman, that's for sure. I think the most recent couple of Friday the 13th games have both been really good. There's the one that's an asymmetrical multiplayer horror game where one of you plays Jason and the other are all campers. And it's a lot of fun. And there's also I can't remember the exact name, but it's Friday the 13th Killer Puzzle, I think is the name of it, which is based on Slayaway Camp, which is kind of almost a slidey puzzle game where you've got to figure out how to kill all the victims in a certain number of turns. Yeah, I can kind of see why this didn't get good reviews. I mean, that band's exactly the same as the other one that was several screens across. Oh, there's a tractor. Can I use the tractor? No, but 2 more people have died. Oh, right, okay. I guess that was Jason then. I said I couldn't tell it was Jason because he looked absolutely no different from anyone else. Yeah, that's not a good game. You know what? I'm going to play one more thing. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave the stream with something as bad as that. So now here's one. Seeing as if I hadn't already played Attic Attack on a previous stream, I would have given it another go tonight. But this is basically Attic Attack, but in space. And I will give this a go. Oh, Simon's right there, but spoiler spoiler as well, if you've not actually seen the first Friday the 13th. Right, here we go. So yeah, this was very much... Oh, this is not working well. Okay, this is weird. Up is down and down is up. And that's not something I've had happen on any other game, so it's weird. Yeah, I don't know why the controls are messed up like this. It's weird. But I can kind of handle it. Yeah, if you give me a game where the camera controls don't let me invert the y-axis, I'm messed up. Yeah, I'm going to come back to this at some point because Yeah, and that was about to start another game without me pressing anything. So yeah, something's definitely not quite right there. Okay, what kind of a one quick go at? Oh, I know. And this will be a laugh because I've not played this one in over 30 years either. Is it here though? Yes, it is. One of the many, many, many simulator games from Codemasters. Yes, that Codemasters. And this was one of the best ones. Spent a lot of time playing this one back in the day. Get on, and off we go. See, if you kind of think Trials, except old, that's kind of what this is. And it starts off easy but gets really complex near the end. And again, the sound on this one is 48k only, but as you can see, by this point, people start to figure out how to actually get semi-decent sounding music out of a 48k Spectrum. Much like Road Rash. You have to climb back on at the end. But at least one falling into a pit along with some St John's ambulance men. Right way round and off we go. Oh, yeah, I messed that one up badly. Right, one, up, up, up. Yeah, we're not going to get past. Oh no, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Off we go, off we go, off we go, off we go. No. Yeah, we're not going to even make the second track. It escalates quickly. Well, anyway, my side is beginning to hurt a bit, so I think I'm going to leave it there for tonight. As I said, my plan is on Friday, I'm going to play some spooky Halloweeny Amiga games. And then the Monday after, some SNES and Mega Drive ones, and then some PlayStation 1 on the Friday after. And that will take us to hold on while he double checks. Yeah, and that'll still give us another week of the Halloween period to just play some other random spooky Halloween stuff for the last couple of days. But it's been fun going back through some of that stuff. So thanks to everyone who joined and watched tonight, even if you just popped in for a wee bit. As always, the stream will be archived here for a couple of weeks, and it will be archived on my YouTube channel permanently afterwards. I'm trying to remember to get, because I actually forgot the Borderlands session before the previous one. I forgot to export it. Luckily, it was still available to export when I realised. So that's up, and because I finished that and I didn't have anything else going, that's how I just decided, you know what, it's Halloween. I want to just have some Halloween spooky fun for the next few weeks, and just play some fun bits and pieces until the end of the month. So, that's it for tonight. Thank you again for joining us, and I will see you all on Friday for some Amiga stuff. And I'm going to have to think about that because it's been a while. I can think of a couple of things to play, but yeah, I'll, I've got, I've got 3.5 days to figure out what I'm going to play. So I'll figure out something. But anyway, cheerio for now.